Sweet Intellect. Hosted by Dago's Own Festive.
You are now tuned in to Sweet Intellect Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. This is now episode 2. You have made it this far. I want to welcome you to Sweet Intellect Radio. I am your host, Festive. I'm joined with 3 beautiful, intellectual, and sweet women. But you will get to know them a little bit later. First, before we dive in, as always, we like to set our intentions and speak what we want into this universe. And we have Thais, Miss 7 of Clubs, here to guide us. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
I am so excited. What's up, y'all? What's up, audience? How you guys doing? It is 7, of course. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but Capricorn season has been amazing. I really like the slowdown that's been happening from Sagittarius season because it was a bit fast, but it's okay. We gonna slow down. Now, this season that's ending, it was all about grounding. It was all about centering. It was all about building. We also have a retrograde coming up. Be prepared. It's okay. It's okay. It's a Mercury in retrograde with Aquarius, which is, listen, we have to get our minds right? We have to make sure that when we are setting our intention for individuality and building and, building with another person on top of that, because Venus is in Capricorn right now, we're not looking for someone who is typically, how can I say that? Without a net worth, okay? This is Venus in Capricorn. We're looking for someone who we can build with, the power couple even. That's what we're looking for. So we are shifting into Aquarius season. Happy birthday, all the Aquariuses. What's good? Sun, rising, and moon. We love all of you guys. We are bringing in the magic since this is the age of Aquarius, like I said again. Mars was in Taurus. So this is what I have to say about that. With Mars being in Taurus until March, this is the time to be like, you know what? I'm going to do my career. I'm going to set that intention and I'm actually going to accomplish it. Taurus is all about fixed. It's all about the finer things in life. And on top of that, we're going into Aquarius season. So since we're going into Aquarius season, they're both fixed energy. How can you fix your mind to get that bag? How can you fix your mind for the finer things in life, but at the same time building in your interconnections, your relationships, your friendships, and even, most importantly, self-reflection? So that's what I have to say. There's going to be a lot coming. We just went through the new moon in Capricorn, all about building, all about sacrificing. But this is the question. How do you want to start your new personal year? And how are you looking to build and form your new beginning? Let that resonate. Let that marinate. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for the intentions. I'm going to pass it back to Fist.
I love it. I love it. Oh my God. I love that she always leaves us with something to take home. You know what I mean? I think it's good that when we drop our words of wisdom or whatever it may be, it serves as food for the soul and it serves as education for our hearts. But with that being said, I want to tap in with my ladies today. To my left here, we have Star. Star, how are you? What is good?
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I am great per usual. Starlina, editing Not Nina, if you guys don't know.
Period.
Today's been an amazing day. Every day is an amazing day that we made it this far.
I love it. We're staying safe. We're staying sane. Oh my gosh. To my right, we have Miss Teal, the ideal. Teal, tell me about it. How you been?
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, everyone. It's your girl, Teal Ideal, your Asana queen, keeping us stretched out, breathing in, breathing out.
Okay, just like that. It's nice and easy. And Thais, I want to tap back in with you one more time. We've done set the intentions, but let me know, where's your mind at? How you doing?
Always in a magical place. You already know what it is. 777. We do nothing less. I know we always talk about magic and all the great intentions, but I'm sending all of you ladies love today. Thank you for having me and welcome back.
Yes. Thank you. And I want to thank anybody listening, anybody who listened to episode 1. We had to take a quick break, but that is okay because we know that you missed us. So we are back.
And
With
we
that
missed
being,
you.
and we missed, exactly, and we missed you. Most importantly, I miss my ladies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I do want to dive into our topics. Now, I feel like all of us, we're artsy women. We all dive into, our self-expression, and we're all very confident in what we do, and we all have different things. For example, I do music. We have Star, who paints. Thais, you're an artist as well, visually and behind the camera. And then we have Teal, who can not only bust a move, but most importantly, bust a bar. You feel me? So with that being said, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the entertainment industry, whether we're talking art, whether we're talking music or dance, it seems that males have always dominated. And I kind of want to talk about females integrating into our entertainment industry and how vital it is, and just where we stand on that. Because I know lately, me as a rapper myself, I've noticed there's a lot of female rap. There's a lot of female rap going on. So my question is, where do you think females find their place in entertainment, and how vital is it?
Yeah, I think it's extremely vital. Women are powerful. We're creative. We come from an amazingly creative space. And I think that we're a vital part of a lot of different industries where we don't get enough praise. I'll talk about specifically the audio industry because I've been a part of it. I have a bachelor's in audio engineering, and I just really wanted to get into a field that I felt passionate about. And it just happened to be one that not a lot of women seem to know about, be interested in, or maybe weren't welcomed. And I just kind of trudged forward straight through that door and decided to kind of make some waves of my own, and it seemed to pay off. And doesn't hurt that I'm also super passionate about music, and I just got to bring two of those passions together.
100%.
Yeah, I think the amount of women that have come out in the last couple years has increased so much more. Like ones that you can name, actually, that have a real name and they have a standing and a real popular base. And I think before it was harder to just find a woman to look up to in the music industry, or, like there weren't as many strong examples, and now you just see them so much more. And I think that's amazing, honestly. But like, I love to hear more women, especially the ones who aren't just rapping about their pussy popping. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you do have to have that extra entertainment value, but women find new ways to entertain you in this new space. And I'm really appreciating that.
Absolutely. And I have a question, like for Star, Thais, when it comes to just consuming music, do you feel that you steer more towards female artists as a female, or do you feel like you still, it's kind of split down the middle as far as listening to male singers or male rappers just as much as you listen to female? I'm curious.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I listen to both. I listen to music that not a lot of people even feel like I listen to or think I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to a lot of classical music. There are predominantly male composers, but there is really dope. Like I wanted to talk about what she basically said. I think it's very important to make a stand for yourself and not have to feel like you have to fight for your voice. You know what I'm saying? And like when it comes to anything male dominated, I feel like a lot of women always have to fight. But I love how strong we're coming in. Like for the last few years, there's been Nicki Minaj, for example, right? We can use that example of how she basically, there was other female rappers at that time, but they weren't on a high pedestal like she was. So now that we have all these different women from all walks, coming in from the Bay Area, like down to wherever you're from in Florida and like all these different places, it feels good to have a variety. And I like listening to male music, yes, but at the same time, I like listening to women talk about how independent they are, see how they're getting money, even if it's from their boyfriend, to invest in their future. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels great to listen to music of all sorts, but now have not just R&B women, but women that are hip hop, women that are doing all types of things, even like choreography. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just makeup. Yeah, it's not just makeup. We can get a little dirty, and that's what's most important.
Period. Right. And I think that's like when I think of us I think of us as all entrepreneurs. We're always chasing something. We have a dream. We have a goal. We have a business plan in mind for our future. So I feel like when it comes to being a female, whether you're rapping, whether you're singing, you're dancing, you're working on some art, I feel like it is so important that you surround yourself with things that reflect that. Because if we live in a world where we have to go and take what we want, it only makes sense that our pop culture is reminiscent of that. I feel like if we're listening to music, talking about, I took your girl home and I did this with her and whoop-de-whoop.
And I fucked her best friend.
Right. It's nice, but it's really not it's not what I want to listen to when I'm working out. That's for sure.
And that's not what I'm attracted to either.
Thank you. So it's
That's
like
a big part of it too. It's like
it's
I don't
not
want
cute.
that energy in my life at all. Like,
And
I'm
why am I
definitely not
listening to it? No. Like there's times where
trying to get
I
back
might
on that.
listen, I might take a few shots of tequila and some, you know what I'm saying? And you feel a little crazy, but like to actually listen to that song while I'm driving, nah, bro, like I'm good. Like I'm usually that person that likes like indie type vibes or like, where I can hear a bunch of instruments because that's what music is.
Yes. Especially in this like environment where we are inside of our houses and it's like we are now our only influence and we control what our influences are. And in a space where we're very sensitive, whether it's mentally, emotionally, whatever it may be, I feel like it's really important that we gravitate towards what we want rather than what we were or what we are. So I feel like when you have music that's just speaking affirmations, when you're on your YouTube channel and it's just women who are teaching you how to be your best self, that's important. And for so long, it's felt like it was only men. And I'm just like, look, like it gets to a point where if I'm looking up a tutorial on something and I see a woman, I'm not gonna lie, I'm clicking that hoe first. I'm definitely clicking that first over a male.
Yeah.
I think I just want to put this out there really quick. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that they kind of like put women in a shell, and I'm sure you guys can like connect to this. How we should, how we should dress, how we should look, how our hair should look, like how we need to present ourselves in front of society. Like it's always been some type of changeable aspect of what women should be. It's like we have to be painted into this really delicate flower. And like don't get me wrong, there are a lot of feminine women. You do whatever you want. But like according to, obviously I'm a tap into astrology, we are dark energy. We mold ourselves to whatever it is that we can. We can have kids, we can be CEOs. I actually went to this seminar before. This guy, he said he was a CEO entrepreneur, okay? He said that he knows more female CEO entrepreneurs than anybody. They have kids, they have a business, they have everything. So it's not about what other people are thinking of us at this point. I feel like we're making our voices really loud, and I'm glad that they can finally hear.
Period.
Yes. Right.
100%. Now, my question to you is because, I mean, I feel like as women, especially if you're on the pretty side, you might have the option to just couple up and coast. As far as, I know a few women who depend on their partner or their spouse to get them where they want financially, career-wise. And now my question is, one, would you consider that if the opportunity were to rise to the occasion? Would you be a stay-at-home wife? And if not, then how would you feel about your future daughter, your sister, or potentially your, I don't know, aunt or niece doing something like that?
Well, me personally, I don't know about y'all. Like, I can't wait to hear your guys' response. But I'm not a stay-at-home person. Like, me single is that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm with my person, oh, you're traveling like I'm traveling. We have the same, that we're building together. I don't want me to have less and you to have more, you to have less. No. I, if anything, want us to have equal. If not, I'm not going to lie to you. I want you to have more. I'm not going to lie.
There we go. And that's the tea.
And that's no expectation. That's just, if I'm on this playing field, I'm not going to go to the kiddie field. I'm in this field.
Right.
So I'm finding somebody over here. That's just what it is. So that's how I feel. It's building for sure.
I like that. How do we feel if somebody like our future daughter, maybe our moms in the past, or a sister would like to play that role? Tap in with me.
Sorry, I hear the word stay at home, and I think it means like something to do with the pandemic, but you mean like a housewife.
Like a housewife. Yes. Like a housewife. Yes.
Which you can't make a whole one of those.
Ooh, we heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. It is in fact true.
Yeah, but you did not hear it first here. Dre said it first, but it's all good. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome to embrace either side of how you're feeling. I love this whole boss woman movement. I think it's a dope era of women. I love seeing women be this confident, but me personally, I will say I do enjoy some of those domestic things about being a woman. I won't deny it. So sometimes I feel a little bit like the odd one out because I'm going through that, but I also think that's also thank you. See, my single friends still respect it. They're like, yeah, like it's beautiful when it's real love and it's right. It should be cool to treat your man well, and I think that that's not what these women are saying at all. I think that they all probably cater to their men the same as I would. They're saying they're not willing to settle for a broken one, though.
Yes.
But not just a broken one. You know, it's
broken in many ways, darling.
In many
energetically.
ways. But I meant like, you know, just not actually staying at home all the time. I don't mind cooking you dinner, little baby. I don't mind. I don't mind.
How do you feel, Star?
I feel the same way. I think it's all about balance, and what giving to the person you love shouldn't feel like it's a chore or something that you have to hold against them. Like, you know what I mean? Some people try to use love that way. And so when it comes to staying at home or being that person who just waits on your man, if that's something that gives you fulfillment, do it. If you need your independence, if you need your space, you need to be like, hey, I need you to make sure you eat or check on me when I eat because I'm doing my own thing. That's a whole different level of just support that you're looking for. And you can do that and still be giving. And you know what I mean? Like, you can still do it.
I like that. You know what? Most of my songs, when I'm talking about men, talking about, you know, how they need to talk to me nice, treat me nice, buy me ice. You feel me?
That's
I really,
right.
really like to empower women and let them know not to settle. And I don't mean just on a materialistic level, but just deeper than that, and make sure that your other needs are being met. 'Cause we all have different love languages.
Yeah.
But I think it's surprising. I mean, me personally, for the longest time, as far as like my relationship history goes, I was Miss Sugar Mama. And it took me a long time to realize that, sis, if you ain't got the sugar yet, don't be spilling it. What is
Say
he
that shit
doing?
twice for
You
the ones
feel
in the
me?
back.
Not only that, but you don't need to do that to gain love. And I feel like a lot of women out here, sometimes we want to hold on to something so bad, or maybe we just don't want to be alone, that we go out of our way to keep hold of these men. And that turns us into that domesticated lifestyle that Teal was mentioning. Now, the difference, Teal, that I heard was that it's because you want to do it. It's not because you feel you have to, and it's not because he makes you feel that you have to. And I think that that's really, really important to women out there, because oftentimes, whether it's in our head or it's the man in front of us telling us, we feel that we have to do this for a person to keep them around. So I think that whether you want to be a housewife or not, there needs to be a clear and mutual respect and just, you know, authenticity to the relationship period for it to work.
Yeah, I think that's why most men would be attracted to you in the first place. Your independence, your ability to do it yourself, do it on your own. But there's two types of men. Two types of men who look at that and are inspired by that, and a type of man who sees that and looks at it like an opportunity.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Because
Right,
I've
that's
definitely
right.
met the opportunist plenty of times. But you got to look at one who respects it and is inspired by your hustle. And then I think you can maybe work something out there. Because
I like that.
I see the opportunists. I see them. I see those boys out there. And that's the one you end up
Catering to.
because
Now
you're
his mama.
settling in one aspect, right? And I think that you shouldn't settle in a financial aspect or a spiritual one.
Right.
But if you're, you know, it's like sometimes you are connected spiritually, but he just ain't got it like that. There's also, you know, you don't know how you're gonna fall in love. So
That's true. And I think on the flip side of that, I've noticed, okay, might just be my personal experience, but the men who do have the coin want you all day, every day. Like, it's, to me, if there's the financial gain to it, I've noticed there's not as much respect there, because they feel that if they're financially more stable, or, you know, there might just be a sugar daddy, okay, they expect you when and where they want it.
They
And
think
so-
that makes up for a lot.
Yes,
they think
because
it
they have
makes
money.
You know what I mean? And it's not the same bargaining
It's not
chip.
the
Like, if
same.
I don't care
Yeah,
about your
well,
money and I
then I don't care
actually
about
like you, then, you know, that's not a big bargaining chip for me.
That's good. That's really dope, because I think so often, and especially in high school, I feel like a lot of the girls that were around were just about like finding somebody who got money. I've been there too. We all love niggas with money.
Hey, do whatever you want, like, but just know if I'm kicking it with you, we're gonna have to communicate, because I'm not really with the buying stuff all the time. Like, I want to see you. I want to touch you. I want to feel you. Like,
yes.
I don't, honey, you can literally get me one flower. I would be happy. That's how, like, I'm all about the simple. Like, cook me food. I
There we
love
go.
you forever. But I do want a really nice house. So,
Come with
but
it.
we can do that together. I'm not just going to get with you because of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yes.
nah, like, we can live down the street from each other. Just don't come over all the time. I need space.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to give the mic back.
I love that. Okay, you know what? I'm glad we tapped into that. We had a segue for a second because I love when women talk about where their standards lie and their self-worth, because I feel we accept the love we think we deserve. And just real quick, we got to remind y'all to do right. Do what you deserve. But I kind of want to tap back in. So we were talking about art a little while ago. We were talking about music. We were talking about the entertainment industry, whether you dance, whether you act, whether you sing. But just art in general, I feel like it has such an impact on today, on society today, on who we are spiritually, on where we are spiritually. So my question to you guys is, have you ever seen a piece of art? Have you ever experienced art that has moved you in a way that has changed the way you look at things, maybe, that has impacted your life?
Yeah, can I just say, when all of the George Floyd, protests had just started, I went to the vigil that was out here. And it ended up not being a vigil.
Wait, what was it?
It turned into the whole protest with everything. But just before that even started, when it was peaceful, when it was beautiful, we had got there and everybody was just coming together to celebrate this moment, right? And they stopped us and we were silent for the 8 minutes, 8 minutes that he was knelt on, and just being quiet for that amount of time with that many people just surrounding you. You know what I mean? And they're all feeling it in their own different way. Some people are like crying. You know what I mean? That's such a, like, that moment right there. I know it was silence, but that in itself was an expression for us to sit there and feel what he felt, like, and you're thinking about that with this crowd around you, and you just can't help but feel all of the emotion and everything that comes in. And that one was 2020, like, in a bottle.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That's beautiful. I think social media has a lot. We got a lot of art on social media. We have a lot of expression on social media. And I mean, that is society on your phone. And I like how you said that, because it's like, yeah, we can all sit here and double tap the same thing and agree that we like this one little photo or this one meme. But to be in a crowd of people and to express yourself in that artistic way, as, paying homage to him, it's crazy to see it happen before your eyes. Just like being at a concert. The visuals you get from a concert, the audio you hear from a concert, sharing that energy with thousands of people around you is just so much different than sitting at home and experiencing it that way.
I would say that too. I was gonna say concert. I want to tap in with that. Like, bitch, y'all don't understand. Like, musicians are powerful. Like, it's a movement, man. Like, whether you bring people on stage or it's just you with the spotlight, like, that concert, you don't even have to know the person next to you, like the couple behind you. Like, everyone is from different walks of life, different races, wearing different outfits. But one thing we got in common is that we know the lyrics to every single one of those motherfucking songs. It's like a big ass karaoke and everyone's singing together.
Yes.
Like, I would have to say art is in many different ways, but to feel that electric feeling at concerts, it's irreplaceable.
Wow. I love how you guys both brought up some kind of like performance art to start it off, because I find that interesting and extremely powerful. It just goes to show how powerful the, political aspect of performance art, and then just the celebratory act of performance art, how expressive it is. I think it's our most powerful form, the vocalization of all of the people. But it goes hand in hand with graffiti and all of these world-renowned graffiti artists that travel the world, putting our political values, putting our artistic values in murals so that we can see this in our daily life. It's something that I've always loved, and I give a lot of respect to, coming from the hip-hop community, and just like using that as an expression of art. And I think San Diego does a pretty good job locally tapping into that. And also another male-dominated industry that I see more women making space for by
there are
doing
quite a
graffiti
few
art.
notable women, especially
Yeah,
too in these rooms. You know what I mean? That are making noise in San Diego.
Mirrorless.
Go support your local artists, you guys. Make sure you do it. They need to be paid too. They deserve it. They work hard. They make good music.
Sheesh.
They turn your heart, you know?
I think
Go support them.
It's been very interesting because, you know, all those moments we just shared, most of them, besides, you know, the George Floyd event, that's not offered anymore. And so like it's so intriguing to see how much being in society while you express yourself via art is a sense of relief, is a sense of therapy. Because it's like I watched that Travis Scott documentary on Netflix, and it was amazing. I watched the Ariana Grande tour on Netflix, and I was like, damn, I miss concerts. I go and look back at these throwbacks, and it's like, oh my God, I want to be outside. And it's crazy how we had to have that taken away to understand how much
value.
I was just watching the footage of us at the Lay Kelly show getting pulled on stage. And I was just like, I just miss this energy. I think all of us probably miss that same energy about just going out. I'm sure. I mean, I'll ask the question to everybody out there. And how are you guys feeling? Like not getting to just like express yourselves with the way we normally do. It's been a weird year and a half, but I think we're finding our way back. We are definitely finding our way back.
Yeah.
Trying. Lord, we trying.
I feel like it's getting to a point where masks are just normalized.
I prefer it. I don't smell homeless people anymore. People smoking cigarettes, I don't need to smell their stupid cigarette smokes. Like when I leave yoga and like I walk and my yoga studio's right next door to a bar. And so I walk right out of yoga going to breathe fresh air and it's like bar, like sweat and beer. And I'm like,
that's true.
This is nice. I can't smell it.
I hate being on the street. Like I have allergies, okay? I have allergies. 100%. And so when they're coming down the street, if I'm on the sidewalk or something and it's just in my face, it saves me. Like I don't mind it.
I don't mind it
That's
at all.
from
That one drunk person when you go to a party, they're like, hey, how you doing? You got your mask on now. You're like, I'm great, fool.
You know those people that kind of try to kiss you on it, like, don't touch me.
Don't touch me, literally.
Or, to me, the downsides of that, though, and I'm so sorry if it sounds shallow, but I really cannot stand when somebody look fine as hell.
Say it.
And then they take down that fucking mask. Boy, whole different story. Day and night. I'm like,
you shouldn't be hollering at me.
Yeah.
You know you should have kept that to yourself.
It's crazy. You know what?
Hiding behind the mask.
There are ups and downs. So yes, I do not mind. You know, like I really do appreciate the fact that I can't smell cigarette smoke no more. That is awesome. And also, people really be sneezing out here. Did not realize that. So hey,
why don't you use your elbow? Use it.
At least it's in their mask. Like keep it in your mask.
Or do that thing where you don't really sneeze, but like your insides feel like they're gonna explode, and you're like,
whoa. Just let it out. We do. Right. Right.
Let it
so
out.
There are ups,
You're
but
trying to
at
hurt
the
yourself.
same time, there are downs. I feel like in the way of like, I can't imagine one being at a concert with the mask on, like in the mosh pit. You know what I mean?
You would die.
Right?
First of all, I'm not in the mosh pit.
Oh, damn.
I'm like this every mosh pit on the fence. I'm not giving up my front spot.
Yeah.
oh gosh, I know she is. I'm the friend that like, I'm the friend that will stand in the back of the show.
I don't like people
and be okay with it because I got my space.
Exactly.
So social distancing might just be a thing for y'all since day one.
I don't mind
I
it,
like that.
actually.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't mind it.
I
Stay
like
over
that.
there.
Stay over there.
I won't lie though. I did go to a festival really sick before this happened. Sorry guys, but way before this happened, I have way better morals now. But I had taken like 4 fucking Tylenol and 2 shots of NyQuil, and I was litty like crazy. I had the best time. But then as soon as you get back to the Airbnb, you just like crash. And you're like, LA.
We don't condone mixing these two together.
Disclaimer: we do not do drugs on this channel.
Right. As I smoke my blunt. Right. Okay. You know what?
Medicine.
This is a very interesting perspective because so far, like in my head, I'm just like, oh my God, I miss concerts. Can't wait to get back to them. But it kind of seems like, you know, socially distancing at concerts might just be the wave. It might be the future, whether or not we want it to be. I mean, but I'm not
make anyone single. I just feel bad for anyone single.
Why is that?
Because y'all got to go get STD tests.
Ooh.
Y'all got to go get a COVID test.
Ooh.
Y'all got to ask if you can
Why
hug,
are you
shake
getting STD
hands.
test after
Yeah,
a
I don't need
concert?
an STD
No, I'm
test.
saying
Real hot girl shit.
Anybody being single moving forward, now you have more to worry about.
True.
I'm actually
true.
really anal about health. I don't play games.
Right.
I used to be really shy. Look, keyword used to. I used to be really shy, but now I'm like, hold up. They don't care if you don't care. So you, as the woman, you need to take care of your universe. Like,
Yes.
because if you don't, they're going to run right over you. Be like, oh, I didn't think about it because you didn't think about it.
Right.
Like, that's what it
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Oh
So,
my God.
I don't know. I feel like everybody should do it. You never know, because some of these diseases, honey, you could just be in the bathroom without noticing, and you just because you touch something.
Like, what do you bring on a first date these days? Hand sanitizer? Like,
For sure.
And a little face mask.
And a little face
A
mask.
little face shield. Don't look at me. You know.
Like, I'll tell him, wear transparent.
Ooh.
Or next time.
Oh, she said bring a face
Next
shield
time.
right into your face.
Next
You ain't gonna
time
play
when
me.
somebody holler, oh, well, you still gonna get hollered at, no worry. Next time somebody holler, be like, take your mask down.
There we go. Let me see that.
Let me see your teeth, too.
No, take your hat off.
Take the hat off.
Oh no! Wait a minute, ladies. That might
All right,
have to be
we are
episode 3.
spiraling.
Wait a minute. You know what? I think this was a very important. This is a very important dialogue. Whether we're talking about the
It
hat
is.
issue,
It is.
which will be dealt with in full detail.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Whether it's that or whether it's how
But we
much
ain't gonna embarrass y'all till we embarrass ourselves. So.
Yeah.
We just might. Whether
Listen,
it's
you might
that-
meet me without my eyelashes. It's all good.
That's okay. We can take them off. Take it. Whatever you
They
need.
probably have something to say. There's probably an all-male podcast. They're like, those eyelashes that are like down to the floor.
If you
looking
need
like
your
a-
hairline filled in, you can go to SMP Lux and get your hairline filled in.
All right.
It's
know?
amazing. It's amazing.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, yes. Okay, shout out the girl.
Shout
Yep.
out to Mercedes.
Lux SMP.
Microblading. Okay.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how everything changes. Whether it's the art in society, how we engage with society via art, via self-expression, or whether it's the way we see art changing in front of our eyes, where as we were talking, female dominated maybe one day, or just a fluid balance in society. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I like that
Post Rona, just a fluid and equal balance. Now, speaking of society, we got a lot of culture here in San Diego. I think San Diego is like a melting pot of so many different people from across the world to down the street. And it makes me wonder, like, I feel like we're privileged to be part of San Diego because we get to experience different cultures and stuff like that. But I think another good way is to travel. And as much as I would like to do it more, I feel like I don't travel that much. Now, I feel like it has a couple good things. Traveling comes with good things, right? So do you guys travel? How we feel about traveling?
Absolutely.
I love traveling.
Do you think you miss travel now more because you can't travel anymore?
Oh,
I agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, even if you didn't travel before, it's like, okay, I should have done this.
I agree with that. One, because I keep having dreams about being with a lot of people.
Ooh.
And second of all, I've been off too on top of that. Excuse me, Jesus. So when it comes to traveling, I feel like I definitely want to do it even more now because I wasn't even doing it before. So now that I'm in the house, I'm like, I need a new environment, like bigger than just being in San Diego. Like, I want to be around a whole new culture. Like, that's how I'm feeling. So it's just a stage of life, but I definitely agree with that for sure.
Teal, do you travel?
Yes, I do. But it's taken me a long time to manifest each one of those travels.
Oof.
And they were all really well thought out, places I was passionate about. And I mean, I'm a tropics girl, so I'm not like, I don't want to go to Europe and like do the cityscape thing. I want to get like in the jungle, clearest waters ever,
Okay.
get hella tan.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of vacations that I've peeped out. But I just want to live a lifestyle where it's not a vacation, right? I actually do this like 3, maybe 4 months out of the year. I'm traveling. And I think there's a difference between a vacation and a traveler. So, like, they're really making their life work by being able to do this. I think that's actually probably a couple of us in this group's goal
100%.
at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a way of, like, to me, traveling is a way of stepping out of your zone and becoming uncomfortable and learning things about yourself, but learning things about like other people. And I don't feel like I've traveled too much, but I've tried to make sure that when I do travel, it's something significant. Teal, I wish I was a jungle lady. I wish I was in the Caribbeans, but
Hey,
I
you
am
going to the
one
treehouse with
tourist
us?
as big. I am in the city, mama.
I'm a
I
tourist
am
too.
Big Apple.
Are you?
I'm Canada. I
That's
like
right.
I like to see the way people work. But sometimes I do wish I could just be pleased with like, a good Yosemite Park or like in the
I
forest
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, we can
something.
hike. I teach people how to swim. I mean, we could.
She
We
does.
gonna figure it
I'm a
out.
fishy now.
Yes. Star, do you travel a lot? Would you say you're frequent?
I like to
flyer?
travel. Unfortunately, I did not get my passport enough to use it well
Mm.
before
It's okay.
we were, locked down. But I've done, quite a bit of like, especially Southwest US. Like, I love road trips. I've done a lot
Ooh.
of those. I drove down the California coastline by myself.
Okay.
That was a trying experience. It was great. It was a
It
sunny
sounds fun,
day.
though.
But you're on the coast. You're on like straight on the edge. You're looking down. There is the ocean, like right there. And I was, but I made it. Gave you a lot of confidence after that.
Right. You know what? I got respect for people who road trip. Definitely. I got, but respect for people who like planes too, or who go on planes frequently. Cause I know the first time I did that, I was terrified. I took an edible, and every time I closed my eyes, I felt like we were on the freeway. So when we'd have turbulence, I was like, "Ooh, speed bump," and then I'd open my eyes and I'd be like, "I'm in a plane." Like this was terrible. So I really set the bar a little high for I was fearful. So it's road trip, but then you got car sickness. It's a little bit longer. So I don't know. Traveling is definitely a way to get uncomfortable, but in a good way.
Yes.
In a good
You
way.
cannot predict what's gonna happen when you're traveling.
It makes you adaptable.
Yeah, the experiences I've had when I've traveled, you just don't know what to expect. And like there's fun moments that happen, and there's like, okay, I lost some shit, then you get it back. It's like, yeah, it's a roller coaster.
That's true.
Yeah, like I literally lost my t-shirt and in Mexico, and like a day later I just happened to be passing down that same road, saw someone who was working there, and they had returned my shirt to me. That's how nice people are in Mexico, guys. They will keep your shirt, remember your face, and apparently get it back to you in one piece. Folded, dried. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They cleaned it for you?
Yeah, they cleaned it for me.
I love when people clean clothes for you. Like,
Yo, in Thailand, you can get your laundry done. Yeah, in Southeast Asia, you can get your laundry done and get a massage and leave with your clean clothes and zen.
Yes. Oh my God, that sounds like a great combo. You know what? I will say, like the foreign places, like people move different, and I think there's a lot of family oriented people like overseas and just in Tijuana, which is like 15 minutes away from us. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting to see how that reflects how they treat you.
The work ethic, it's so different. They are so grateful to just have bodies that breathe, that can work. They're all such hard workers. Like they are, I'm sorry, but we be lazy as a mug.
That's true. That's true.
Like they feel in Thailand and Asia, they were tarring the roads by hand with like this cute little like Aladdin little tar thingy, and they like put it in the cracks, and then they like painted down. It was like, and they were so happy to be doing this tedious work.
Right.
I was like, wow, it's just a different way, a different perspective. And I feel like Americans, we stick out like a sore thumb when we leave this country.
Yeah,
we're
we
like,
do.
where's the Wi-Fi?
Yo.
we're known to be
real.
annoying.
I can say, it's crazy you guys, you talked about that, because I was watching last night, high as fuck, let's talk about it. I was watching this woman, she's in Asia, this queen builder. She literally made her entire fucking house, like from the bamboo trees, from the palm trees. She was like putting everything together with like, I don't know, something from the branches. She painted her own little, with fish in it she got from the river. I'm like, girl, you made your whole house. And she
Have you
made
seen the mud ones?
in the forest.
That's what I'm
like,
I love those YouTubes.
she did it by herself. I'm like, listen, that's to me is what's important like about culture. Like, I don't mind looking glam. I'm down with the tropics. I'm down with the city. But what's important is the culture. Like, I want to go there. I want to eat the food that they're making. Does it come from like ancestral lineage? Like, can I hear that story? I'm here for like all the talks, all the conversations. Can we eat while we do this? Like, can your auntie and your grandma make it, please? Because we want the traditional. I want everything on the table, and I'm down to be there, be high, and be in the vibes.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Can I tell the story from our last travel?
Say it.
So we were in Mexico and we went to this cenote and there was these bees and they're called guardian bees, and they literally have a hive and they rotate out a little warrior, right? And the little warrior sits at the little base of the hive and guards it, and then he flies out and the next little homie comes in and he gets to work and they guard.
This is true. Like,
I'm not even kidding you. We were watching this. It's the most mind-boggling thing I think I've ever seen. Wow, like how in tune they are with each other. And then they gave us like a honey tasting, and it was like the craziest, sweetest, most honey. Like it tasted like a straight mandarin orange. It was crazy. And wow, these little bees, they just guard the little holes, and they'd be looking at you like, "What's up?" And then he just switched. They just switched little paths, and then he guards it, and he guards it. It was precious.
What do
right?
they do if they're attacked?
I mean, they're guarded.
They kind of just did.
Are they gonna go and
I think
sting
they sound
somebody?
off some special vibration when they're like really in danger.
I think someone
But we
tried to
respected
touch
them.
it. When we were there, someone
they're
tried to touch
non-stinging.
it, remember? And
They're
it kind of
non-stinging.
just did a thing around it. So it's like she said, it's like a protector. Like if this was a castle, he would be at the door. Like, what's good?
And
you
they
know?
look like little footballers. They're like,
It's cute. You know, the one thing I would have to say, like, we'll talk about it in another episode. But when it comes to Mexico, like she said, you know how there's always like this connotation, like when you travel, you're always going to run into a bad experience. I'm like, every country has its good and bad. Some are crazy. I get it. But when we were there, we got treated like queens. Like, honey, I was outside, humid weather, looking gorgeous.
Right.
They were hollering, okay? I had no makeup on. I'm just saying. So that's what I like about it, too. You look good. You be around fucking friends. Y'all skinny dip. In a foreign country, because that's what you do. Like, I want to connect. And even in the cenote, we got baptized.
We did.
Yes. I love traveling. That's what I
I'm
have
so
to
glad
say.
you got to swim in there.
I know.
That sounds
Thanks to
dope.
Mommy Fishy.
the mommy fish.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that. You know what? I think like nightlife in Mexico is really dope. I'm a huge fan of that. And I think that also translates to like, I went to Canada and it was like, the concert experience was way different. It was like more, it was just higher intensity. And it makes
And
me
you
wonder-
went
Yeah, I
to a
did.
concert.
And I did. And it was such a great vibe. But also like I've noticed that when I travel to states within the US, like I don't know, Virginia or the DMV area or something, I get stared at one way than when I'm in a different state or for that matter, a different country. I think it's so interesting how the society around these places when we travel impact our stay. Because like you said, you had a great time. Now the next person who might look the complete opposite might have a different time. But it all is about getting to know the culture and how they adapt to you. It's wild.
I think it like humbles you too, like the humility you gain from it. Like she said before previously, like just being in my bikini, like I said, with no makeup, eating good food and going to some of these wildest, extremist places for like a really good deal. Man, you really just see these people and how they're okay with being outside in like these outfits. Like nobody has like a pimped out car.
Right.
It's all, you know, everyone's here to just enjoy life. And it has like nothing to do with what the fuck you look like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's amazing, because everybody can have a pretty outer, you know what I'm saying? But it's the beauty that makes the inside. So if you can find that at like a humble level, you can make anything look good. Right.
Y'all watch 90 Day Fiance?
No.
I did
Damn.
not.
I got a question though. Would you be down to, I don't know if y'all even believe in marriage. Yes. But would you get engaged to somebody foreign within, you meet them and just get engaged? Would you do it?
If
90 days.
I would have to think. The husband's gonna be foreign. I'm just admitting that
Ooh,
now.
okay, yes.
But I don't know about 90 days. Listen, I'm challenging. You're gonna have to get to know me patiently,
Yes.
and that's with everything. Like, because I want to do the same with you.
Yes.
I've had quick relationships in the past, and they go literally so quick.
Yes.
There's no foundation that's made from it. So, like, you want to get to know me? Let's get to know me. Marriage is a whole thing.
I think traveling and dating is just different. Like, have you ever been on a date?
I feel like you
out
can't
here?
marry somebody if you can't travel with them.
Ooh, that's
Say that shit
important
twice.
too.
I can't. If you,
You heard it first.
Yeah, you can't get married if you can't travel with them.
That's true. That's true. I think, I've traveled in a relationship and I've traveled single, and it's definitely two different vibes, two different energies, whole different itinerary.
I don't know. I mean, I saw that in Asia a lot. Like a lot of Thai women with these like well-off, like white guys, like European white guys who probably had a whole marriage and divorce and everything and decided I'm just gonna go feel young in Asia, and then they meet this like beautiful Thai woman and they seem pretty happy. So it's definitely common, but I don't know. I just want to normalize people of color traveling and Black families taking their kids on lavish vacations, and just normalize us looking like goddesses sitting on these same Instagrammable spots as we travel, and just let the arts and the culture of where you take your kids to I really hope that. And when I have a family that I get to take them to experience some of these things, because I think the younger you are when you get to do that, the more well off you'll be, the more well-rounded you'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's the place you want to go?
Start it off, girl. Say it.
Peru.
Ooh. Damn. I was not ready.
Dramatic, but perfect.
Yeah.
Tia, what's on your list? Where you trying to go?
Like the Caribbean or Samoa, the Fijian Islands. I told you, I'm going the Maldives, anywhere tropical.
I love it.
I love humid weather. I'm down for it.
Oh, that's right. And you get nice and sexy too. Shit, Thais, where you want to go? Can I cheat and have two?
Yes. List them.
I love a compromise.
Yeah.
Okay. I say as of recently, I definitely want to go to, I think it's called St. Lucia. Lucia. I want to go there. It's a very beautiful place. That, Hawaii are in the vibes. Oh, shit. If I wanted to go to like a different vibe, right. I would say I definitely...
Egypt first.
Egypt.
Oh,
That's what I was
then
thinking.
India.
Boom.
Oh my gosh. I love this.
What about you?
I would love to go to, I do think Japan is tight. Catch me in Japan. I feel like
you in Tokyo.
My eyes would just be huge, just looking at everything. I love the Japanese culture.
That is in the future.
There's shit we ain't
Japan,
even think
Seoul,
of yet.
It's like South Korea. You would love Asia.
I would like Japan or London. I think London would be dope. Yeah, I definitely like the UK, and I think I've done enough Netflixing, Doctor Who, and shit like that, and I'm ready.
I just can't go there because I'm the accent. I won't never leave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that one gets me. I'm just telling you.
A British accent?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Really?
Wait, what do you mean you don't know
Idris
how to
Elba
do
all
it?
day, baby. Like, just his voice. Like,
Wait, tap in with me really quick.
darling, what?
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Here we
Yes, we need some chocolate from down under.
You know what? Speaking of Black traveling, I have heard, like, depending on where you go, you can be treated like a celebrity. Like, I've heard that, if you're in somewhere in the Asian cultures, like Japan, for example, they might think you're famous or might think you're an athlete of some sort. And I think
it's hilarious.
That's happened before.
Just because he's super tall.
Yeah.
And it's so they think he's a basketball
There's probably
player.
a couple basketball players I can imagine what look like.
It's so funny. And then I had met up with this like Black Facebook group, and we were all out to this like lavish Thai dinner. And the people weren't Thai, they were Chinese tourists, right? And they were just like, we're taking pictures of us like we were some kind of like interesting accommodation for them. And like me and the homegirl had a couple glasses of wine. We're like, no pictures. Because they were like snapping photos like we were in a zoo. It was kind of interesting.
Oh my God.
They take it to another, they don't see anyone who looks like us. They just really don't. It's not ignorance. It's just curiosity in the most weird form. Like they're very curious.
There's a place
Yeah.
actually in Asia. I don't know if y'all seen this before. I love Asian culture. I just want to put this out there. Listen,
Same.
y'all it. I'm not even going to take it away from you. I'm not even going to take it away from you. I would definitely, okay, that's what I was talking about. So there's this place in Asia, forgot where it's at, okay. They really love like Chicano culture, and they all have lowriders. They get shit from Los Angeles. They bring it to the Asian culture, or at least like replicate it. And they are all like, there's cholos, there's like cholas, like they have the whole like culture down.
That's a trip.
That's
To the-
super dope.
I'm
I
like,
love
bruh.
fusion.
It's morphed. I was like that's the whole time. They did it well.
I love that. Oh my God. I think it's crazy. Like, I've seen things that happen where people are out here wrapping their hair around pipe cleaners and then drying it, and just to achieve a more texturized look from other, other
Really?
cultures. Yeah. And I think that shit is crazy, because here I was not too long ago getting the Japanese silk wrap press and style, so I can have my hair straight as hell for like 3 months. Even if I got it wet, it would be straight. So I think that it's crazy, because I'll see these videos, whether it's on TikTok or wherever it may be, and I'm like, oh my God, wow, they try really hard to get like us. Or like you see the spray tans or stuff like that. But then I'm over here like, wait a minute, isn't this a Brazilian from Brazil? Like, this don't make no sense.
Oh, I got my first bikini wax in Asia.
Okay.
I like
Shout out
that.
the Asian waxes.
It was
Phenomenal.
That's a risk, and you did it.
It was. I
It
went,
was
of course.
phenomenal.
Okay. We didn't get there easily, sisters. All right. First, I was at my hotel and I found a place close by. And when I got there, she had a literal stovetop and some wax. And sis turned right around and said, okay, this is not the spot. So I went from like 1-star Bangkok, who knows what I would have come home from Bangkok with,
You got me fucked.
to going to like this 5-star bougie ginormous mall in the middle of Bangkok, to this like excessively bougie like shave parlor, and had like 2 women down there doing the thing. I asked them to leave me quite a bit, and I came home with like a little sliver, like a little crescent moon.
Perfect.
I was like, babe, this is what I brought you home from Bangkok.
Oh my gosh. I love that though.
Yeah.
That's a treat. That's a treat. I feel like when I travel, if I'm traveling, like, I don't know if I'm that bold. That's really smart though, to go and like I won't go and get my hair done. I get nervous about getting my nails done. Like, I like doing that stuff at home. But I could just imagine if I went traveling and I try to live my day-to-day life, or try to get my eyebrows done, or because it's just, I don't know, that's taking a risk, because it's different culture.
Well, I had heard that they do a really amazing job. So that's
There you
why
go.
I sought it out as like my gift home to myself.
There you go.
But it was a pretty cool. The fact that it was inside a mall was, for one, interesting. And then it was just kind of an interesting experience. And the traveling, I got both though, the city vibe and that.
Mhm.
And like the island vibe.
That's an interesting choice for your reward. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really for me.
That's
Let's be
true.
honest.
Okay, right.
When you ain't seen your man in 3
It's a
months, that's the
celebration.
one thing you're coming back with.
That's right.
You booked the flight, right? Like, you're traveling. We won't say where. Okay, we're not gonna be burned. We're not gonna put you on the spot.
No. Go
Oh,
ahead.
let us know. You ready?
It is what it is.
Let us know. Where you headed? Where you headed?
Let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Crazy confirmation. What's good? What's good? So I'm going to current location, Vancouver, Canada.
Oh,
I'm going in May. I love May. Even if you're a May Taurus or a Gemini, I fucks with you. I really love May. May's a really good month. That's all I have to say. So I'm going in May with my cousin. Shout out to her. We're going. Like,
I love it.
I can't wait. Can I do a little bit of the backstory?
Yes.
Yeah?
Let them
Okay.
know.
So I had a lot of back pay. So that's that. Shout out to the COVID unemployment gang.
Ew.
And I pretty much was like, bro, let's do a trip. Like, me and you, fuck it. Like, we're old enough now. We don't need nobody else, girl. We got IDs. Like, we got each other. Where we gonna go? So I was gonna say Amsterdam, didn't work out. It's okay. Soon. And then Canada popped up and it was cheap for the both of us, and boom. That's that.
So with that being said, because now this is going to be a whole new thing than if you would have went to Canada like 2 years ago, right? Like just like all of the times we've traveled, it's been like a little bit before Rona, maybe, depending on who we asking. But it's like, it's just now a whole new type of traveling. So with that being said, do you feel like you'll have to have more precaution with it? Or do you feel like
It's a true statement.
Yeah.
You know, it's especially even when we went to Mexico, everything's a little bit different. You know, you have to get sanitized, but I like that shit. Like I said before, I would love to because it keeps all the people that's traveling through here clean, you know?
Yes.
But I personally, like we talked about earlier, I love any setting of traveling. So me and my cousin were down with renting the car, bought it last week. We're going to go to nature spots. I'm her. Like I will make that vlog. I'm trying to make all the vlogs.
Yes.
Just saying. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm kind of glad things may be shut down because I can get a different vibe. In 2 years, I might want to go back to Canada and we might go to a concert where y'all performing now.
Yeah. Okay. You feel me?
Speak it into the mic. Say it louder.
Right. Manifestations.
I like that. It's definitely going to be more nature oriented because now different things will be made available. But that's might be the beauty behind it. I think traveling might just have its perks still. You know, I kind of lost hope for a second. I kind of felt like, you know, because I can't trust the person I'm sitting next to on a flight. Not that I ever would. Okay.
Understandable.
But now that it's a little bit more precaution with it, I kind of feel like the benefits were taken out. But the good thing is, you know, life is beautiful in many different ways. So there's different alternatives we got there. Damn. Ladies, y'all have brought so many new and different perspectives on this episode. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time to join me on episode 2.
Yes.
I would like to go ahead and wrap up this show. I would like to thank all my ladies for being on the podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We will drop everything in the description. And we wish you well.
Signing off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sweet Intellect Radio, episode 2.